and to balance yourself when your menstrual cycle comes on. Because what I'm telling you is, instead of it being a point of weakness and negativity, it is a point of power for a woman to have a period. And you know, this might sound crazy to you, but what really, really helped me to learn to love my period and just hold my womb, and you ought to do that throughout the day. It's like when I get my period now, and even throughout the day when it's not on, I will just, like, hold my womb. Because, like, if you go down right above your pelvic bone, right out the outside of your vagina where you see the, you know, pubic hair starts at, below your navel, that's around the area where your reproductive organs are. They're really tiny. And a lot of us don't even know where to find them at. So that's all right in that spot, right there behind your intestine. And I just hold it. And I say, I love you. I love my reproductive organs. I love my uterus. You're so beautiful. I love my period. Thank you for making everything function properly. You are so beautiful. I'm so happy you're working properly. This is not what we're taught to do, because it's like you're so focusing on the negative, and it's just like loving, honoring that place in you. And then when we walk down the street, you have to think about this. Like when I was talking about the daddy's getting scared and the mama's getting terrified, and the daddy not wanting to touch her little girl anymore because she's bleeding. Now he is depressed. Many men get depressed and start going through a whole bunch of drama, and it brings them down when their daughter gets a period, because they think that because she gets a period, she fucking, or she going to get fucked and she going to get pregnant and bring a baby in the house. Why does that have to be the thought? Why can't this be just like they do when boys, Jewish people, or not Jewish people, because it's not a race, it's like a religion. They at 13, they do a bar mitzvah. Why can't this be a celebration? Why can't there be a party? Why can't they worship and bring in the spiritual, sexual goddess energy when this little girl gets the period? Because now she's going into her womanhood. That is a goddess blooming. You don't hear people celebrate. It's like, oh, shit, man. Yeah. Like, I've been take her to get her some damn pills because now her period came on. Yeah. I know she's going to come up with a baby. And then what we don't realize, we don't teach our little girls, because this should be the point of education for her. Right. When you're teaching her to hate herself, she's got the negative attitude. But you know what? The boys, they start slobbering like a wolf walked up on a damn hen house. They start salivating because what we don't realize, and I was talking about the sense. Okay, many times a man will subconsciously know when a woman's period is on. Yeah. Many times a man will know when a woman's ovulating and she don't even know it. He knowing when she needs some dick and she don't even know it. Yeah. So it's like these little girls are walking around here already scared, already feeling these hormones. I already want some dick at 11, 12 now, from what I'm hearing. Getting pregnant, grown men are screwing these little girls. Getting these little girls pregnant at 9 and 10 years old because they're getting periods at 8 now. And they have no guidance. And these parents are turning them on. Oh, she hot, she fast. Oh, she even hotter now because she's bleeding. You're not telling her this. So men are out here because everything is energetic and particles actually move in the wind. You never thought about when people die? And when they get trapped, you find a body trapped in a house. Somebody's been dead a week, and they find the body, and the body has already got maggot eggs on it. How did the flies know? And how did they get in the house to lay the eggs for the maggots, so that the maggots can start to do what they do? Because it's a natural process for a maggot, for a fly to lay an egg on the body, for the maggots to start consuming the body. That's their job. And then you wonder, okay, if a living person, that flies are in the house, why don't the flies lay on you and lay eggs on you? Why don't maggots get on you? And why they get on the dead body? You know why? Because there is a scent that has subatomic particles in the scent. They become airborne and they start to fly. They start to float. The wind starts to carry them. So that's why vultures know where to go get a dead body and eat it. That's why the flies know where the dead body is. So it's the same thing with us. When we are menstruating, especially that woman's not cleaning herself properly and she gives off an odor, do you realize that some men like funky pussy? Some men like bloody pussy? So when she's bleeding, that makes their dick even harder. That makes them really want to get at her, because they like to be having sex with a woman, penetrating a woman, and she's smelling that funky scent. It's a rush for him. And some men, after you have intercourse or when you wake up, they say they like funky pussy in the morning. Don't put no soap on that. Don't hit that ass. Don't wash it, because I want to hit it raw just like this, stinking and everything. I want that scent to just go all up my nose. I want it to cover the room.
Really?
Because everything is based on scents, because scents have vibrations, and they give off a certain energy. And this is why we need to be telling these little girls this. This is why, as women, we need to be thinking about this. A lot of times we have subconscious shame in our subconscious mind because we don't think about the program we got as a little girl. So that's a very important. We need to start journaling and writing down things and looking backwards before we move forward, because we have to come up with why we have the ideas and attitudes about ourselves now, and why a lot of us have self-esteem issues, and why we have hate issues around our womb and our period. We need to start journaling every day, especially when our period comes on. Knows, what are you feeling like? Are you pissed off? Because I talk to a lot of women, they're pissed off. They're just furious. When their period comes on, and the whole day is going to be fucked up because I woke up and I'm bleeding. Why? Yeah. What is that about? Why are you angry? Because I get happy when my period comes. I'm like, oh, yay! You're doing your thing. You working properly. I don't want to wake up and be like, oh, shit, menopause. I ain't finna be in that club. Y'all can be in that club all y'all want to. Y'all can pray that y'all pussy dry out and don't believe no goddamn more. I ain't with that shit. I ain't going for it. I ain't going down like that. I'm going to do everything I can to balance myself and keep my body functioning properly. And a moist pussy is important. But like I said, the type of moisture you got definitely needs to be checked into. Is the moisture yellow? Is the moisture thick and look like chalk coming out your pussy? Put your finger up in there. What is that? What is it looking like? What is it smelling like? Because that's the wrong kind of moisture. You don't want a whole bunch of yeast, and you don't want yellow discharge coming out of you. Right, that's a very bad sign. You need to go get a check-up. Because sometimes women, we have infections, and we don't smell. Some women don't stink. Some women have HPV. They have herpes warts on their cervix, and they don't even know they're there because you didn't go get checked, you didn't smell anything, you didn't notice any discharge, and whoever you were sleeping with didn't examine you. See, that's the problem, too. We have a lot of men we're sleeping with, and they're not examining. And many women don't want the men to examine them. And men need to examine the women that they're sleeping with, because some men are actually more in tune with a woman's body than a woman is with her body. There are some men that are so close to their women, and they start watching them women. They know when that woman's period's going to come on and she don't. They know when that woman's ovulating and when it's time to get her pregnant and when not to get her pregnant, because some men don't like to use condoms. So they'll be with the woman, and they will be on a rhythm method where they will sense and be in tune with that woman's body to know, okay, she's not ovulating this day of the month. So I can hit that without rubber because I know if I ejaculate in her, I'm not going to get her pregnant. Okay, this time right here, if I want to have a baby, I can, but right now I don't, so I'm not going to hit her on the 15th because I know she's ovulating. See, these are things that it's also important, too, for a man to sense you, to touch you, not just for sexual intercourse. But when he's touching you, he is so in tune with you spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, as well as physically, that energetically he can touch you, and his penis can penetrate you, and he can know when something's out of balance. See, that's where we need to be. But to be there and to be able to open yourself up to a man's soul like that, where he can see through you and you don't get embarrassed, where you can be safe. See, that's the thing. We're not even liking ourselves, and we're not so comfortable with ourselves, so we can't be vulnerable. We can't let no man break us down like that because we think, no, if I open all up like that, oh, he going to hurt me and leave. He going to dog me out. He going to cheat. And that's not what all men want to do to us. But unfortunately, we attract men that want to do that because you still fucked up because you get a period. So that's what I'm trying to get. We got to look at that from this moment on. Y'all got to look at that and get a journal and start writing this down and really researching and evaluating your feelings. What is the anger about? What's the rage about? What's the bloating about? You know, is it just because you bleed? Because you bled today? Is that really going to fuck up your business meeting? And if it does, why? Why did it fuck up your business meeting? Why did it put you, why are you irritated? Oh, is it because you didn't take Midol? Just because this was happening to you every month?